Why, hello. This is the 17th International Human Rights Documentary Film Festival, Docudays UA. This is the 17th festival in history, but the first one online, obviously online, because we are abiding by the quarantine and we are wearing masks for the same reason. We are sticking to Ukrainian legislation and all of the quarantine limitations, which is why we've got our masks on. This festival will not just be taking place online, it will also be fully interactive, so you can feel free to participate not just by watching, but by contributing to the discussions. You can pose questions to the directors, participate in masterclasses, and engage with us just as we speak by posting your questions on YouTube or on Facebook. And you can also watch the stream on the Docudays UA Festival website. We're already being joined by people on Facebook and on YouTube. Well, they're not just joining us. We've even got the first question. Oh my God, who are you? Why are there three of you? What do you mean, who are we? We're the hosts, right? This is pretty obvious. Host number one, host number two, and host number three. Well, perhaps they're suggesting that we need to take the masks off. I mean, I'm not going to do that. No, I bought this from a chemist. I mean, who am I to forbid the chemist workers to, be creative? Whatever they're selling, we are buying and wearing. Oh, we can't hear you. Take the masks off. Well, the word of the director is law for us. We've got no freedom at the festival. This is Max Shcherbyna, this is Lina Karyakina, and we were trying to self-isolate, wearing the masks, but we failed. I haven't finished reading the question, but that's one issue out of the way. So this is who we are. But we've got another issue. I mean, you can't have three people in the same room, and we've got three people at the same time. So it looks like one of us needs to leave. Who's that going to be? I mean, not me, and not me, obviously. I mean, I think the most hairy person needs to leave. Is that me? No, come on, I'm not the hairy one. I can't leave. Okay, Lina, you're not leaving, but someone's got to leave. Someone needs to stand up and leave. Right, that's another issue resolved. We shouldn't have any more questions. Right, the festival will be running from the 24th of April to the 2nd of May. The festival will involve more than 70 films available to anyone in Ukraine. If you're in the country, everything's going to be available to you. The festival can be accessed online, not only the films, but also the online discussions with our directors, the human rights discussions. So all of the stuff that you used to experience offline will now be available to you online. If you were jealous about the people who had time and were able to buy tickets. Now you shouldn't. All of the films are going to be available in two languages, Ukrainian and Russian. It's English! It's English, you fool. Oh boy, I mean, I think it should have been me who stood up and left. Yes, the films will be available in Ukrainian and English. So And I've got a small insight for you. The festival will be running until the 2nd of May, but our films will be available on DocuSpace until the 10th of May. And another important thing, similar to an offline cinema, the number of people watching a film is going to be limited. Unfortunately, the number of times you can watch a film is limited. You, after registering at the DocuSpace website using your account, you can watch the film several times, but you will see a counter running next to the film telling you, yes, it will be running down, counting down the number of times that other people can watch the film. So, what you need to do is hurry up and make sure you don't miss out. This year's festival is going to be focused on growing up, and our title film program is going to be called Teen Spirit. Well, I mean, quarantine spirit, teen spirit. That's a funny play upon the word. And now we're going to enjoy the presentation for Teen Spirit. Now, for the platforms we can use to participate, not just to watch, but properly participate in the festival. So the festival is going to be divided into two parts. All of the films can be streamed on the DocuSpace platform, while all of the other activities taking place throughout the festival can be streamed through the Docudays UA website and, of course, our Facebook and YouTube pages. Everything is going to be provided with simultaneous interpreting into English. This is quite a unique situation also for the viewers and for the rights owners and the directors and for the industry. So, of course, we've got to thank all of the directors and the rights owners for providing free of charge access to their films online throughout the territory of Ukraine. Obviously, the entire program is free of charge, but we can still help and support. You can buy a virtual ticket or something other you would like. So you can donate and support. Yes, a donation, a donacity, donatination. So if you're feeling nice, you can donate. Um, the, Doing that is pretty simple. If you visit the website, you've got a pink string at the top which says donate. You can click on it and you receive several options. You can either donate as much as you would like, or you can use your money to receive festival merch from the shop. We've got t-shirts available, bags, nice silver for a party, for rave parties, and of course a kit with a t-shirt and a bag. So you're not essentially buying them, you're just supporting the festival. So our agreement is no, not to pirate, but donate. Yes, we're going to repeat this mantra several times throughout the festival because you, as viewers, are supposed to understand the risks that the organizers and the rights owners are facing by making 70 films available online. Right, and obviously, this year's festival is enabled by the support of our sponsors, partners, and patrons who have been supporting us for many years. This year, the bulk of the financial support for the festival has been provided by the Embassy of Sweden in Ukraine. So we would like to now invite for an introductory address to Tobias Tibberg, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Sweden to Ukraine.
But children are not only the object of protection, they also have their own rights and are active participants in public life. In many areas, children are at the forefront of the global debate, spearheading change. The worldwide mobilization to fight climate change is only one example. The better our societies become at nurturing empowered, active, and engaged children today, the more prepared we will be to manage the challenges of tomorrow. We therefore all have a shared responsibility for an environment that enables and motivates children to be curious, bold, and engaged. As part of the European family of nations, Ukraine has made important progress towards becoming a society where all children can thrive. Ukraine is part of the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child. Attitudes are changing, but more can be done to enforce the rights and empowerment of children, and to ensure that government agencies, schools, and other stakeholders have the capacity and the resources to apply the rights of the child in daily practice. This will require not only efforts from the state, but also that attitudes in society at large continue to develop. Contributing to these positive changes is at the heart of this year's Docudays Ukraine Festival, which is why I am particularly excited and proud about Sweden's continuing partnership with and support for Docudays Ukraine. I hope you'll all enjoy watching the thought-provoking films featured in Docudays 2020. I know I will.
Right, thank you very much to Mr. Tibet for the address and for symbolically opening up the topic of teen spirit. And now we are going to focus more on the inner workings of the online festival and how you can, interact and use the online format, because this is a new experience for everyone. And I can sincerely tell you, as I was getting ready for the festival, it took me quite a while to work out how everything works. Can you see that? Yes, I can see that. What's going on? Are the directors aware? Who's this? I mean, sorry, lady. Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry. And who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, come on. We're having an opening ceremony for a documentary film festival. What about you? Who are you? Well, I'm having a yoga class. I'm a yoga trainer. How did you end up here? Right, right. Well, this is more of a question for you. She's saying she's having an online yoga training. What do you mean? Is that a yoga training that's broken into the feed? Right. Okay. Well, tell me what are you doing? No, let's get to know each other. What's your name? Yeah. Since we've met online, what's your name? Nice to Right. I'm Lena, and I'm Max. Nastya, have you got a bit of time to talk about our Lord Jesus Christ documentary films? Wait, tell me what the films are and how can I watch them and where and how. Right, Nastya, you're going to be the first person to join us. So all of the documentary films available as part of the festival are available from the DocuSpace platform, while all of the events, including conversations with directors, discussions with critics, we'll even have people cooking borscht. We'll have lots of events, and they will be available through the DocuDays website. Is that clear? Well, Nastya, since your training seems to have gone awry, and half of our opening ceremony has gone awry. I mean, I suggest you stay with us, and we're going to show you a video which will very clearly explain how to participate in the festival. If you're not, even if you're not a fan, stay and join us. I mean, I think you can leave your training behind. All right, then. And we can promise if you listen to our opening ceremony, we will then, once we're done here, we'll join you for a bit of a yoga class, a couple of asanas, right? You can access the festival through the main website, Docudays UA.
Зустрічі з
Events are
режисерами,
streamed in
майстерні
the top
DOCU-клас,
window.
право
Meet with
захистити
directors,
дискусії,
DocuCast
навіть
workshops,
вечірки.
human rights discussions, even
Розклад ефірів
parties
на
are
день можна
available here.
побачити у
Your
правій
streaming
частині
schedule
екрану.
can be found on the right.
Натиснувши на кнопку
If you
«Онлайн
press the
трансляції» у
schedule
верхньому
button
ряду,
at the top of
ви
the page,
побачите розклад
you
на
can see
годину.
the event schedule
Натискаючи на
for the
подію
week.
в календарі,
By
ви
pressing the
переможете
events
інформацію
bubble
про
in the
події.
calendar, you can
На
access its
світі
description.
можна дізнатися останні
You can find the
події
latest
фестивалю,
festival news,
почитати
read
ключові
interviews
заходи
with
події та
filmmakers, and
оновити
program
програму.
reviews on the
До
festival
переліку
website.
перегляду фільмів
To watch
необхідно
films, you need to
відсканувати
click on
банер
the
під
violet
вікном
banner
трансляції.
under the stream window.
Вітаємо! Ви
Welcome,
потрапили
you
у
have
наш
entered the
онлайн-кінотеатр
DocuSpace Online
DocuSpace.
Cinema.
Залишилось обрати фільм.
All you need to do
Необхідно
now is pick a
зареєструвати
film and
фільм,
register.
ввести ім'я та
Enter your
відправити
name,
код та пароль.
email, and password.
Активація надійде на
You will
вашу
receive an
поштову скриньку.
activation code to
Тепер
your
ви можете
email. You
насолоджуватися
can now
переглядом фільму.
enjoy viewing the film.
DocuSpace використовує додаток,
DocuSpace is
який
using an
дозволяє
app that
поставити
allows you to
питання
post
авторам
questions
фільму.
for filmmakers.
Червона кнопка Reply
The red
інформує
reply
камеру вашого
button
комп'ютера,
activates
і
your
ви можете
computer's
записувати
camera,
звернення.
allowing you to
Автору
record
побачити
a
все це
video.
і
The
записати
director
своє
will see it and
відео.
reply shortly.
Відеодіалоги
The video
зберігатимуться
conversations
сторінкою
will be
фільму
stored
впродовж
on the
всього
film's
фестивалю.
page for the entire festival.
Усі фільми демонструються
All of the
без
films are
реклами,
streamed
але
free
ви
of
можете
charge, but
підтримати
you can
нас,
support us
натиснувши
by
на
pressing
червону
the
стрічку.
red donate
Якщо вас
string.
вразив фільм,
If a film
ви
has impressed
бажаєте
you, you
відвідати
can
прем'єру
donate
фільму
as much as you
або
wish,
замовити
or
листи з
order a
нацією
souvenir
рекламою.
from the festival store.
Якщо у вас все ще
If you still have
залишаються
questions
питання,
about the
як
way our
працює наш
online
онлайн
cinema
кінотеатр,
works,
будь ласка,
please
напишіть
feel
нам
free to
або
contact our
залиште
tech
лист,
support
або
service or
зателефонуйте.
call us.
Фестивалимо вдома.
Stay at home and
Записуйтесь до
enjoy
фільму онлайн.
Docudays UA online.
Well, this was a powerful disruption, really. How are these people doing that? Do they actually teach you? Is there a manual where you can just learn and go into just some other people's broadcast? You know, we have lots of things ahead of us. I'm already scared, you know. Okay, let us just talk about how a typical day at Docuday is going to look like. Yes, because everybody's used to going somewhere, sitting somewhere, listening to something, discussing about something, but online changes everything a little bit. So that is why now we're going to have a presentation of a DocuDays day. Normally, when a typical Ukrainian film aficionado wakes up, well, after watching movies all night, not earlier than noon, okay, then wake up at 12 and have morning exercise. So at 12 on DocuDays website, on Facebook, on YouTube, we start our morning exercise. What is that? Our guests and moderators are going to teach everybody willing how to watch movies at the festival and beyond the festivals, and also translators participate in this morning exercise. They share the challenges they face. Directors read poems and even bake and written of the script. I wouldn't even have come up with that. They bake brownies online. Well, that's probably how Jack's brownie looks like. A special brownie, especially for the opening. Okay, then 1 hour brownie baking, and from 1 to 2 p.m. there's a slot that we have called a soup with director. It doesn't mean that soup contains a director. Well, everybody's used to coffee, but this year between 1 and 2 we're going to have soup. The directors or participants are going to talk on different topics with everybody willing. You'll be able to participate in that. They will dispel the myths about China. They would fight collective panic. They would brainstorm some crazy ideas that even short films can come out of. Well, they're going to do everything that we are doing while in lockdown. We reflect about prisons, self-isolation, populism, downshifting. So a typical day. Yes, they wake up and they go to bed a little bit. After that, from 2:30 until 3:30, we have traditional broadcasts of rights protection discussions from Rights Now program. Every day we're going to dedicate to certain topics: cyberbullying, family activism, war, equality, opportunities, and education. And from 5 to 6 p.m., if we're already talking about education, again, a traditional section, DOCU workshops, we learn from experts. We make boundaries between private and public. We deal with genres, festival policies, and the future of online platforms and industries. We also talk about very painful topics, state financing. We're talking about getting together in guilds and associations. And also we find out about the technologies that allow today to make culture inclusive, for example, about such technologies you see now. Yes, so that is available for everyone. And as this is an international festival of human rights, there cannot be enough of that. So between 6:30 and 7:30, Rights Now discussions come back again. We talk about overcoming family violence, cyberbullying, how do we promote youth activism, how do you become the part of youth activism first, and then you overturn it from inside. Yes, about violation of children's rights in the Crimean and Donbass. About widespread cliches about HIV positive kids. Yes, and all these events of rights reduction problem are going to be accompanied by sign language interpreting. You also see our sign language interpreter now. This has become possible thanks to our mutual partners from NGO. Also, another important format between 8 and 9 p.m. We have tete-a-tete directors, talk one-on-one to a critic. We're going to have very tense discussions and even interrogations about metaphors, sketch, religion, filming Krasnogorivka in Donbass, about attitude to Soviet cultural heritage, about fashion archive films, about the ways of filming poverty and regular people, of course, just about suburban trips where everything starts. And every day, 9:30, we watch films, actual streaming of a whole series by Claire Simon, which is called The Village. If you have seen Kaidash, it's not that. That's totally not that. That's a documentary series, French one, about French village, which has lots of interesting things happening. Yes, and French people living there, not the Kaidash family. We have French people living in France normally. This is the south of France. And what do? They do distribution online of some things. You'll be able to watch it every night at 9:30. There's going to be a new episode coming out. And starting from 11 p.m., our online festival is still a festival. So starting from 11 p.m., we start the rave, the virtual parties, jointly with the virtual bar Louis. Everybody willing is invited online to happy hours. There's going to be contemporary Ukrainian electronic music playing, and we'll raise glasses to your favorite documentaries. Well, it's going to be closer, but online. And about the films, well, not closer. Okay, let's just not forget, not lose this feeling of life, right? Yes, yeah. No piracy, donate and go into it, stay with us. And then also you'll be able to participate in another program, a traditional law for Docudays. This is called Camp. This is a space where teenagers from all over Ukraine are going to participate in documentary film on Fun Studio. There's also going to be the library, how we used to have before. It's also going to have an online collateral interactions. You'll be able to fill out a questionnaire and talk to a living book in the virtual room. Those who participated or who knows what living libraries are, they know how incredible it is. This is an experience really changing outlook. And Docudays is a festival, and this means that there are competition programs. And this year, They are all kept the way they were: Docu World, Docu Ukraine, and Docu Short. The jury is online, but everything is just like in reality. So each program is going to be evaluated by a separate jury set, which include international Ukrainian experts, human rights advocates, and documentary filmmakers. And one of 10 nominated films is going to be awarded uh, with Rights Now. It's going to be given to a creative documentary which studies contemporary world and makes a significant contribution in the discussion on human dignity, freedom, and equality. So let's look at the films participating, in particular in Docu Short program. Let us watch. By the way, I'm reading comments here. Friends, thanks for being with us. You become more and more of you. Some people are writing that there are so many friends in this online broadcast. This is actually the same feeling like you come to cinema and you see everybody that you know. It's like it is in today's reality. So hello everyone you know who is with us. Also, they tell us that we talked about cyberbullying, but what about this creature? Well, that's actually not a scarecrow, it's a live creature. He can actually get hurt, you know. But okay, listen, believe us. Everything is gonna happen. Just wait. So during the last 5 years, uh, for Docudays has been a tradition. Everybody spending the spring with Docudays, and always the last 5 years, the festival opened with a flash mob to support Oleg Sentsov, who spent a long time in Russian prison. For 5 years in a row, it happened. Oleg Sentsov and other political prisoners from Ukraine with them. Alexei spent 5 years. Other political prisoners also had different terms, but we were waiting for them here at home. A lot of them came back to Ukraine. Now they are with us, and Alexei is also with us. But he is with us also in the jury, not just coming back to Ukraine. This year, he's also a member of the jury in Docudays, and he has something to tell us. Hello, I'm Alex Sentsov. My greetings at the festival Docudays. I would like to say great thanks to all those people who fought for me and other political prisoners, thanks to whose efforts I managed to become free again. Unfortunately, at least 89 other people, Ukrainian citizens, are still in Russian prisons. Most of them are Crimean Tatars. At least 200 people are also hostages of Donbas terrorists. Let's never forget about them. But now, when all over the world we see pandemic going on, all the citizens of ours are become even more vulnerable because we know what kind of medical assistance or the lack of it we can see in these prisons. That is why I invite you to support a campaign, Prisoner's Voice, which was established to turn attention to this problem. Now you are going to secure code. You can use your smartphone, pass to the website and sign a petition. Thank you. This is not going to take up too much of your time, but this may save somebody's lives. Thanks again. Good luck and glory to Ukraine. Well, what kind of Docudays could there be without flash mobs? Of course, we joined the flash mob prisoner's voice. Yes, we joined Oleg's home here, and actually, we want the world to hear about everyone who is still in prisons, occupied territories, and now in the very heat of the epidemic might not receive this help. We also have volunteers, activists, and others joining us. We also call on you to vote, to sign the petitions for the call to pay attention to the situation in the prisons and occupied territories in Ukraine due to the pandemic. So please sign the petition, share it among your friends. You can find it thanks to the QR code. Hopefully they will show it to us again, but you could see it on Oleg's video as well. The petition is on change.org website. Please join and sign it and use hashtag prisoner's voice in the social networks. As we have just said, Oleg Sentsov is not just a guest of this festival, he is a member of the jury in Rights Now nomination. Apart from him, the winners also go in to be determined by Angelina from Norway and Lorena Rozadowska from Ukraine. Turkey regional competition as well as international competition Turkish short will be evaluated by Mikhail Ostrom from Denmark, Vladan Petkovic from Serbia, and Atem Vigo from France. Details of this year's competition program will be available only one day each. So don't miss them and follow the schedule that is available on the today's website. How do they look like from this feels from Ukraine nomination? Let's watch that short clip.
Отако. О, дуже гарно. Отако. Все гарно. Отако. І ще секундочку, і ще разочок в контексті церкви. Отак. Дякую, ви були дуже уважні.
Right, moving on to the international competition there, then in the DOCU World competition, the winner will be determined by José Monrives from Spain, Daria Badio from Ukraine, Claire Simon from France, and let's enjoy a trailer and have a look at the films participating in the international DOCU World competition. Right, and we are reminding you of a thing you can't forget, of course, something that is forbidden to forget about. We're reminding you that, of course, we have special people watching for the protection of intellectual property and copyright. These people will be making sure that these valuable, incredible movies don't end up somewhere on a torrent website. And, just kindly, we are asking each of our viewers not to engage in pirating. We would prefer if you donated. So please go to the Docudays website, click on the donate string, and look at each of the options for donation. All right, what's in the schedule for today once we finish this presentation? As you can see, we are taking into account all of the requests from online, so that's the program for today. Thank you very much. So you see no cyberbullying going on. Right, so let's just read what's at the very top. So what have we got in store today? Right after we finish the presentation, at 8 p.m., we'll be joined by independent film director from France, Claire Simon, and the program director of the Odessa International Film Festival, Antoine Vidot. We'll be having a conversation about the methods and peculiarities of their works, about the interaction between the director, the characters, and the viewers, and the connection between the formats of cinema and festivals. And then we will be streaming the first episode of the documentary series by Claire Simon, The Village, the one that is not about the Kaidash family. We'll be focusing on the south of France. It's a story about an online film distribution cooperative being born between vineyards and fruit trees. Right, so the question is, when do you watch the films? When do you watch the films? Well, obviously, the time is at night. That's our answer, dear friends, or after the awards ceremony that's going to take place on the 2nd of May. I mentioned this at the very beginning. The festival will be running until the 2nd of May, but films will be available until the 10th of May. Well, I think it's now time for the most important, the most epic moment of the evening. Let us right now pick up the phone and call Yevgen Antyukhin. I mean, sounds like a very common name and last name, but no, this person is going to be our most important person for the night. This is the head of our IT department. We're going to ask Yevgen whether the films are ready. Yevgen, give us a sign if the films are ready. Yevgen, our hopes are on you. Are the films ready? Right. I suppose in IT-ish, that is supposed to mean that they're ready. Shenya, perhaps you've got a large, nice red button we can press to launch everything? Wow. Shenya, you're a proper IT person. You've even got the button ready. Right, let's do the countdown, right? So it's 3 counting down. And as soon as you hear 1, you press it, right? Right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo! Right, so all of the films are now available on DocuSpace. You can go and stream them online. So essentially, right now, the festival has started. You can start watching the documentary films online. Oh, I'm interested. How do they make this happen? Are they immediately uploaded, all of the 70 files or even more? Are they all immediately uploaded to the platform, or do they just crop up one by one? We're not quite sure how this works, but yeah, we'll be holding you here for just a couple of minutes. I feel all of the chats are going to be empty in a moment. Yeah, and you can then go log on and enjoy the films. Right, before we close this ceremony, there's also one more important thing we have to do. We have to mention all of the partners, all of the sponsors, everyone contributing and supporting, bearing this festival in their arms to you, to the viewers. So our partners and patrons. the Embassy of Sweden, Moving Forward Together, the National Endowment for Democracy, the Embassy of the USA, the Embassy of Canada, the State Agency for Film, the Ukrainian Institute, the British Council, the Goethe Institute, l'Institut Français, the Austrian Cultural Forum, the Embassy of Switzerland, the Polish Institute, the Institute for Documentary Film, Doc Leipzig, the European Documentary Association, Pitch the Doc, the Human Rights Platform, Sheriffs for New Communities, Legal Space, Amnesty International, Podcast 11A, the Parliamentary Ombudswoman for Human Rights, Crimea SOS, the Crimean Human Rights Protection Group, De Jure, the Educational Ombudsman, Osvitoria, Tolerance Space, Global Alliance, be true and inclusively friendly. Our general media partner, Community Television and UA Culture. Our media partners, Current Time, Espresso TV, Community Television, Radio Liberty, Ukrainian Week, Megagol. Our information partners, Political Criticism, Corridor, the magazine about contemporary culture, Khmarchos and Moviegram. Toronto TV, Телебачення Toronto, L'Officiel, Channel 4, and People of Cinema, UA Ukrainian Radio, The Village, For Mama, Glavcom, a new Ukrainian school, Pusto. And of course, our organizers, the Docudays NGO, the Ukrainian Helsinki Human Rights Group, the Charity and Health Fund, and the Center for Contemporary Technology and Visual Art. So a deep breath, breathe out, and that's the meditation over. Well, it looks to me that we've only got one important traditional thing to go through, the opening film. If we were all at the cinema, and we are, still placed in a very nice cinema named Ukraine, we can enjoy the upcoming film. This film was supposed to open the festival in March, and it became a proper hit. So it focuses on the growing up of two friends in Brussels, Bohemil and Beck. So attack the film, and stick to the tradition. So since you are in the cinema, you can't pick one of the films. You have to focus on the film that we're going to stream right now, which is going to be Gods of Molenbeek. Right. So according to the contract, we've got to say, don't pirate, donate. Let's just make sure we say that one more time. Don't pirate, donate. Don't pirate, donate. No piracy, please donate. Let that become the slogan of the festival. Is that it? I mean, is the stream over? Yeah, the stream seems to be over. Yeah, we can take that out and stop talking.